Hi there. So this is part 2 of my book reviews. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm trying to judge for myself without a timer how long my videos are going to be. It's just easier to make them a little bit short snippets, I figure. For now, I'll get a thingy. Anyway, the next book, which I've seen reviewed a lot, is Uncle Buck's Big Blue Book. This is probably Raymond's best book I've ever read. A really good 101. I like that there's graphs in here. He even goes into depth of like how to make an athame. And I actually even used his directions for making an athame in here as like research for when I made mine for my display. And I'll show you guys those later. But really good 101 book. Again, with all books, take a small Siberian salt mine. You know, just, if it doesn't work for you, do it a different way. But it's always good to get a lot of ideas. And the rituals that are in here are laid out really nicely. And what I really like is at the end of every chapter, there's questions, which, you know, if you actually write down the question and fill it out and stuff, it's a good kind of start. It's really good. So I got this one. This is the next one here. Goth Craft by Raven Digitalis. I got this partly as a joke. I'm one of those people. I identify myself as a goth. I have since I was in middle school. And what I think is hilarious is it goes through and explains what a goth is, what kind of music they listen to. These are the different kinds of goth, you know, all these things, and then the different religions. And at the end, and it briefly talks on, you know, the goth view on sexuality and all these things, and briefly on religion and magic, and using kind of touches on the darker side of magic. There is a second book that he's written, and I haven't bought it yet, but I am considering it. I got it as a joke, but you know what? It's actually fairly well written, and let's see here. Yeah. I'll put his link up on there, but, you know, anyway, for the gothy pagans out there, it's actually pretty funny. I laughed when I read that. So, the next one is The Woman's Encyclopedia of Myths and Secrets by Barbara Walker. This thing is freaking huge. I bought it at a used bookstore here. The original price was $50.95 Canadian, or $34 American. And it's basically a dictionary. So you can look up anything you want, and they'll talk about it. Like, you know, they've got the menorah, and let's see here, runes, and Sheol, and Tamara, and tongue, and like all the deities are in here. It's not bad. Let's see what I paid $20 for it, secondhand. Honestly, I don't use it very much, but it's always good to have sort of a reference books floating around. So let's see here. Talking on reference books, I have this little sucker, Animal Omens by Victoria Hunt. This is a really good book. My only problem with this book is I live in British Columbia, Canada, in the suburbs of Vancouver, and a lot of the animals that they talk about here honestly don't exist here. There's no vultures, there's no possums, you don't see very many snakes, there's no turkeys. When one thing that did bother me was that they lumped crows and ravens together, which they do a lot in books. But you know what? It's good to have those references for other places. I can't remember if there's owls in here or not. I think there are. For some reason, I feel that there aren't. And that was one of those ones that's like, yeah, no, owls are in here. Yeah, no, it's just some of them, it's like, you could tell it's designed a little bit more for an American, like, south of the border, you know, where they've got possums and stuff like that. But, you know what? Otherwise, really, really good. I really liked it. And, yeah, it's, just be careful on your location. I mean, if you're a European person, it might not help you. Because you probably won't have a lot of, like, some of the animals, or they might not work in that way. But, you know, otherwise it's a good book. And you know what? I'm actually going to cut this off, and we're going to do a short part 3.